Hi, Robin from Step Into Soul Health Coaching here. I am filming from my car with my little sidekick. I don't know if you can see him, Finn. Anyway, the name of this video is Baby Steps to Better Health, and this is going to be a very real video, and I've posted a lot of videos that are about health and about wellness and about making the best decisions, and I've showed you what's in my kitchen and what's in my pantry and what beauty products I use and what's in my green smoothie. And, this is more a little bit about me. And part of why I like working with clients so much and why I like coaching so much is that with each person that I coach, it's almost like I'm able to go back in time with myself to a time where I wasn't making the healthiest decisions, and not really any judgment around myself around that time. Just I was uneducated. I didn't know. And some people say to me, well, how could you not know? How could you not know there was high fructose corn syrup in soda? And the truth is I just didn't. I never thought about it. And when I reached the point in my journey, and you can read all about my journey on my website, which is stepintosoul.com. And that explains my whole journey to releasing, 125 pounds over the course of years. And, the truth is that I just didn't know. And then when I got to a point where I knew I needed to lose weight, and I knew it wasn't about losing weight. I knew I needed to get healthy because I had a doctor say to me, you need to get healthy. And, weighing about 240 pounds at the time, it wasn't a life or death situation. However, it was pretty imperative for me at such a young age to make healthier choices because I was starting to have high blood pressure. I was starting to have high cholesterol. I was starting to have pre-thyroid problems. I was starting to have pre-diabetic stuff. And so I started educating myself. I started reading books. I didn't really have anyone to help me. I didn't have a health coach. I didn't, there was no Facebook at that time. It was just different, So my journey was self-reliant, and the best way for me to do that was to be, relatively restrictive and to kind of do things in a drastic way because that I didn't really know, what was going on, and really I didn't know how else to do it. And I basically had a doctor say, avoid this, avoid this, avoid this, don't do this. And so I listened to him, and wasn't the most graceful, easy process, So what I love about coaching is that I'm able to, with each client, kind of go back in time, and as I'm assisting them on their journey, being there for myself again. It's almost like being able to go back down that journey with myself, at, 25, 26, 27 years old, and really learning about being healthy and, why it was better to avoid certain ingredients that some people aren't even aware exist. And I was one of those people, I was one of those people who did not know what high fructose corn syrup was, and I did not know what partially hydrogenated soybean or vegetable oil was. I just didn't know. I didn't know. I grew up in New Jersey. We ate Wonder Bread and marshmallow fluff, and my mother did her best, of course. But, we went to the movies and ate Twizzlers and never thought about it. And we grew up drinking, caffeine-free Pepsi and, eating mayonnaise and processed cheese and lunch meat. And there isn't anything wrong with those things. And some people can eat those things and still be healthy. And I wasn't really able to do that. So I feel like some of my videos I can come across as maybe being too healthy or too extreme. And I'm realizing that, I also love coaching because there's honesty in coaching, and I'm a human being, and I'm 30 years old, and I'm still learning, and I'm still on my journey, and maybe the physical health side of it is a little less challenging for me now, But I still have days and I still have moments where, sure, I want to go and eat French fries from In-N-Out, and, sure, I want to eat whatever it is that my thing is, and it's like it's really just a conscious decision every day to not do that. But it's been a process. It didn't happen overnight, and it didn't happen in 2 weeks or 2 months or even 2 years. I've been working on my journey to health for 9 years. And has it taken me 9 years to, lose 125 pounds? No. But the ongoing process, the process of continuously making these decisions and honoring what is healthy and learning what is healthy. It's a process. It's a lifestyle. It's not something that just happens and it's over. And I think a lot of people don't have much success with weight loss as they want because they view it as an event. I'm going to lose this weight. I'm going to feel this way, and then X is going to happen. And from my experience as both having gone through it myself and having been coaching clients, is that it's not. It's a lifestyle choice. It's a choice, a very, very personal, sacred choice to, decide a different lifestyle. And it is baby steps. It's not overnight. It really isn't. And I love coaching clients. I love hearing any small detail of change. Maybe there was one less teaspoon of sugar put on their, cereal in the morning. Or maybe, it's one less pint of ice cream being eaten. It's not really about the food. It's about the baby steps towards conscious, healthy living. And I'm doing this video because I understand that healthy living can seem rigid and extreme, especially, I live in West Los Angeles. I live in California, and it's, it's beautiful here, and it's sunny, and it's this and it's that, and it's amazing. And, some of the healthiest people probably live here, and the healthiest lifestyles here, it seems normal now. I've lived on the West Coast for 12 years, and I know when I go back to New Jersey to see my family that it's different there. And there's nothing wrong with where any one person is or where any one client of mine is. There's nothing wrong with, eating chocolate chip cookies or eating pizza or whatever it is, It's really about our relationship with ourselves and how are we relating to ourselves as we're going through this. And so, are we loving ourselves? Are we honoring what, are we honoring how challenging change can be? Are we honoring that change isn't going to happen overnight? Are we being good to ourselves while we're going through these lifestyle changes? Because that's where the key is. The key isn't in, I'm going to do this and be rigid and regimented. And I can tell you that doesn't work because I've been there. And what does work is, loving myself and honoring myself and, indulging in gluten-free treats sometimes and eating chocolate when I feel like it. And 90% of the time, yes, I'm healthy and I work out and I am conscious about what I eat and where I get my food. And 10% of the time, I don't. And do I always eat organic? Nope. Do I think it's necessary to always eat organic? Nope. And if you watch my grocery hauls, you'll see that. If I'm in a place where I can, eat fully organic, awesome. And if I'm having a month where it's not really financially feasible, I don't. And I don't beat myself up for it. It's really okay. And, if there's any one thing that I can say to people who are on their journey to healthy living is be gentle and go slow. And it is about these little baby steps, these little things, little things that we can do every day or 3 times a week or twice a week or once a month that will assist us in moving forward. It's not a race. It really isn't. And if, we know that we're doing in our hearts what we know is helping us move forward on the path to health, then I think that's amazing. And, my favorite people to work with are people who are just beginning, who are learning about, chemicals and preservatives and additives that are put in food that aren't necessarily good for us. I like the food education part of it a lot, of explaining to people why and what it means and what this chemical is and why we want to avoid it, and what happens if we don't avoid it and what happens over time, and really just loving them as they go through this process. That's why I'm a coach. I'm not a health coach because I think that it needs to be all or nothing, that everybody has to be doing a juice cleanse or, a detox diet, or has to be gluten-free or has to be, vegetarian, which I don't even promote vegetarian or veganism at all. That, it's not about that. It's just about how we are with ourselves and what choices we've made as far as moving forward and, in our journey to health. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to facilitate and educate people as they move through their own process of health. And that can mean 100 different things. And, I do get frustrated with posts on Facebook, and I've if anyone's friends with me on Facebook, they know that sometimes I post things about this, because the truth is that when I read posts about people who say you have to be vegan to be healthy, or you have to be vegetarian to be healthy, I just don't agree with that. And so, I realize that sometimes I even post things like, oh, you have to do a juice cleanse to be healthy, or you must be gluten-free, and really realizing that it's not the case, and that everybody is on their own path, as I've said a few times. And my job as a health coach, or a holistic health counselor, is to support my clients in the best way that I can. Maybe it's through food education. Maybe it's through just being a mirror for them to talk about emotional things that are up in their life, or something that happened, or a past memory with a mother or father or family member. And there's so many different ways to coach and to achieve optimum health. And so I just wanted to be clear. I've noticed just in myself that some of my videos can seem a little extreme, and it just as a reminder that it took me years and years and years to get to this point. And as I said, I'm still learning, and that's, that's why I'm a health coach, is so that I not only am continuously learning with my clients, but continuously learning with myself. I'm human, and, it's noon on a Friday, and I'm 2 hours behind on my work, and, I just had chocolate after lunch, and, hanging out with my dog in the back seat of my car, parked somewhere near the beach, doing this video. So that's really all. That's what I wanted to say. So expect some different videos, more, I'm going to be starting a series of videos called Baby Steps to better health. And it's going to be just little things, 5 little things we can all do every week to be healthier. Maybe it's drinking water, maybe it's substituting, a whole grain bread instead of a white bread one day a week, something. So just little steps for anybody, wherever you're living, whether you're living in West Los Angeles, whether you're living in New York City, whether you're living in Kansas or Florida or Indiana or Montana, where these changes are feasible for everybody, financially feasible, logistically feasible. And, my mission is to touch as many people as I can with, what I have to offer. And if that starts through YouTube with, 5 weekly things that any person living anywhere in the world can do, then awesome. So anyway, thanks for listening. And again, if you want to check out my journey, check out my website, stepintosoul.com, stepintosoul.com. And you can read all about what I do, where I'm from, where I'm going, and that's great. Okay, have an awesome day and an awesome weekend. Bye.